Page 30 in Old Hong Kong. At the top of the page, they're introducing an interval of a fourth. I already told you how to figure out any interval. So big deal. We've had seconds and we've had thirds. Well, a fourth is just one more. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all it is. You got two notes in between. You get fourths a lot in music. And in time, you'll learn to recognize them in the music, and you'll think, oh, okay, I recognize what I'm doing here. One note's on a line and the other's on a space, or one note's on a space, in a space, and the other's on a line, whatever. You'll learn to recognize them. Remember harmonic and melodic intervals? Harmonic fourth would be when they're at the same time. Melodic is when they're not at the same time. It could be here, or it doesn't matter which direction you go there. It's melodic. It's one note after another. I think in this piece, for the most part, the right hand we're getting harmonic fourths, and the left hand we're getting melodic fourths. Because in the right hand, they're played at the same time. This is fourth, and that's harmonic. In the left hand, this to this, that's a fourth, but it's melodic. It's one after another. Now that thing in the middle, and you listen to them, you can do that on your own. I want to talk about Hong Kong. I look it over. It's 2 lines long. Clef signs are treble and bass clef. The time signature is 4/4 time signature. I get quarter notes, whole notes, dotted half notes. Okay. And we got that 8VA plus another thing. They got their 2 octaves higher. I'll talk about that. Now the hands are playing at the same time, so let's just take it one hand at a time first. The right hand, it's 1 and 4 here. Now on this, we're actually using 1 and 4 for the whole thing. We're just going to keep moving around. It's not a real good fingering, but it gives us a practice at moving around a little bit. Up or down a step. I will mention that when I'm playing multiple fingers at the same time like this, and I'm moving around, and it's the same physical pattern on the hand, the hand doesn't change shape. It's the same. I tend to just aim one finger. And as long as I stay in that shape, the other finger goes along. So here, it's like I could aim the thumb here, right? And as long as I maintain this shape, the other finger should behave. I don't have to aim 2 fingers every time. Normally, I would aim the melody note, whichever finger that is, and let the other. A lot of times in the right hand, it's the upper. So that could maybe I aim the 4th finger. And I just let the thumb go along for the ride. But I'm concentrating only on that one finger, not both. Now, the problem with this technique is that you'll tense up because you want to hold that shape, and I can't move. I don't want to. Make sure you're flexing at the wrist when you do this, because that will help you prevent tensing up. It'll help you stay loose, is what I'm trying to say. So here, go ahead and do this. Don't hurt yourself. Do this to exaggerate, but just aim one finger, whichever. You should practice it with each finger. Do 1 time ring finger and 1 time thumb. It's a rest, rest. I'm doing this. This helps to stay loose. And yet I'm maintaining that position. It takes a little getting used to, but it will come in handy, seriously, really handy later on when we get other things going on in the hand and we get more notes involved. Now on that last line, the measure 5, you're here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the measure 6, you got the 8VA. So during the rest, you come up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then they got a note 2 octaves higher. There is a musical symbol for that. We'll use that. We'll learn it later. And you simply come up again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And in case you're curious, the musical symbol for 2 octaves is 15 MA. Some publishers will put 16 MA. So 15 or 16 just go up 2 octaves. But technically, it is an interval of a 15th, 2 octaves. Let's go C to C. That's an octave. That's an 8. If I go C to C, That's another octave, that's another 8. And in music, 8 plus 8 is 15. Haha. That's because we're not doing the middle note twice. We just keep going. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It is a 15th. So in the music, they could have put in 15 MA above that. VA, MA, I usually say MA if it's 2 octaves. You can look up these symbols and read all about them. I don't want to get that deep into it. Now the left hand, well, you're down here and you're not moving around here. So you hold it down for 7 counts and then another 7 counts. Oh, this is fun. Then the whole notes, okay. Then we put the hands together. And since the left hand isn't doing much, we can focus more on the right hand, which is good because the right hand is a bit busy. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 4. See right there, I got them all down. So I got to lift up here. I'm going to connect that. 4. As the rest, I come up. And again, come up again. The left hand's tied there. Now, if you have a short keyboard and you don't have all these notes up here, then you just play the highest ones you have. You know, if you can't go up, you can't go up. Don't worry about it. And once I have an idea what the hands and fingers are doing, then I go back over it carefully and get rid of the hesitations. And once I can do that, then I have the articulation. The left hand, I'm going to connect it. The right hand has the staccatos. I'm flexing here, the short. 2. Now here, you have to separate it, but here, I'm connecting it. So in the second measure, I have to lift up here, but I'm connecting that. Get the idea? Okay, so I add in the articulation, and then the dynamics. MF, mezzo forte, sort of loud. This time, it's pretty much going to be both hands. But this hand, when you get this low, it tends to get loud by itself. So you may have to play the left hand a little softer. We don't want to drown out the right, but sort of loud, sort of heavy. Measure 5, you go up to loud. Forte is loud, heavier. Back down to moderately loud. Now P is piano soft. Here, yeah. And it's easier to get soft when you come up here. It's not so bad. It's the left hand. It's got to be soft. Then the speed, moderately slow. So take your time. The problem we have with going too slowly is you'll start out okay, but as the piece goes on, you'll gradually speed it up, and you won't realize you're doing it. So you'll start it out like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And by the time you get to like measure 6, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. You know, you sped it up, and it just happens. We have to be very careful about it. It's another challenge we have in music, is to be aware of the speed we're going, to make sure we stay at that speed through the whole mess. See the RIT there in the next to the line? You just slow down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And that last measure, you just maintain however much you slowed down. You don't have to keep slowing down. Just however slow you were going at the beginning of the measure, just maintain that throughout. So it'll be a slow 4 once you get there, because you've already slowed down. Let's play this together slowly. Well, it's slow anyway. I'm not going to do the louds and softs. I'm just doing the notes and the staccatos and things. I'll give us 4 counts. Even one hand at a time if you need to. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, off.